a big, sunny meadow, filled with the prettiest flowers you've ever seen, lived a little caterpillar named Bella. Bella was a happy little caterpillar, but she had a very big dream. More than anything, she wanted to fly high, high up in the sky, just like the birds she saw soaring above. She would watch them for hours, dipping and diving in the big blue ocean of the sky. One sunny afternoon, while nibbling on a juicy green leaf, Bella told her best friends about her dream. One day, she said with a big smile, "I'm going to fly up there with the birds. I'll touch the clouds and see the whole world from above." Her friend Milo the mouse, who was busy nibbling on a sunflower seed, twitched his whiskers and giggled. "Oh, Bella," he squeaked kindly, "that's a silly dream. Caterpillars don't have wings. We crawl, we don't fly." Lulu the ladybug, who was polishing her bright red shell nearby, fluttered her tiny wings. "Milo's right," she chirped. "We ladybugs can fly a little, but not high like the birds. You're a caterpillar, and caterpillars are meant for the ground." They weren't being mean. They just couldn't imagine a caterpillar flying. Bella's little heart felt a tiny bit sad. Her friends didn't believe in her dream. She looked down at her many little legs, and then back up at the vast open sky. For a moment, she wondered if they were right. Maybe her dream was just too big. Maybe caterpillars really were meant to only crawl on leaves and branches forever. But then, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves around her, and it felt like the world was whispering a secret just for her. Deep down inside, a little voice told her not to give up. "I believe I can fly," she whispered to herself. "I just know it." So, Bella didn't let their words stop her. She kept her dream tucked safely in her heart. She knew that to grow big and strong, she had to do what caterpillars do best, eat. She munched and she crunched on the tastiest, greenest leaves she could find. She ate so much she grew bigger and bigger each day. She crawled over big leaves and under shady ferns, always looking up at the sky and holding on to her dream. One day, Bella felt very, very tired. A strange feeling came over her, a feeling that it was time for a big change. She found a sturdy, quiet twig on a beautiful rose bush. Carefully and patiently, she began to spin a soft, silky thread all around herself. Round and round she went, weaving a cozy little house. Soon, she was completely tucked away inside a snug, safe cocoon. It was dark and quiet inside her cocoon, but Bella wasn't scared. It felt like being wrapped in the warmest, softest blanket. She didn't know exactly what was happening, but she trusted that something wonderful was on its way. She closed her eyes and drifted into a long, peaceful sleep, dreaming of soaring through the sky with colorful wings. Days turned into a week, and then another. The sun shone on her little cocoon, and the rain gently washed over it. Milo the mouse and Lulu the ladybug would often visit the rose bush. "I wonder what Bella is doing in there," Milo would say, patting the cocoon gently with his paw. "I hope she's okay," Lulu would add, her little antennae twitching with worry. They missed their friend. Then, one bright morning, the cocoon started to wiggle. It wiggled and it jiggled, and then a tiny crack appeared. The crack grew bigger and bigger until, pop, something began to emerge. It wasn't the little green caterpillar they remembered. First, a delicate leg poked out, then another. Then, slowly, a magnificent creature pulled itself free. It was Bella, but she wasn't a caterpillar anymore. She had transformed. On her back were two huge, spectacular wings, painted with brilliant shades of orange, yellow, and blue, like a piece of the sunset itself. Bella blinked in the bright sunlight. She slowly and carefully stretched her new wings, feeling their lightness and strength. She gave them a little flutter, then another, and then, she did it. She pushed off from the twig, and she was flying. She wasn't just crawling anymore. She was dancing on the air. "I'm flying," she gasped with joy. "I'm really, truly flying." The world looked so different from up high. The flowers were like a carpet of colorful jewels, and her friends looked so tiny down below. It was more wonderful than she had ever dreamed. Bella soared through the meadow, a flying rainbow of happiness. Her first stop was to see her friends. She swooped down and landed gracefully on a daisy right next to Milo and Lulu. They stared in amazement, their eyes wide with wonder. "Bella, is that really you?" squeaked Milo, unable to believe his eyes. "It is." Bella laughed, her wings shimmering in the sun. "I told you I would fly. It just took a little time and a lot of believing." Lulu the ladybug fluttered her own small wings nervously. "Wow, Bella, you're amazing. I wish I could fly as high as you do, but I'm just scared to go far from the ground." Bella smiled a warm, encouraging smile. "You can, Lulu. You just have to believe in yourself, just like I did. Being brave is just trying, even if you're a little bit scared. I'll fly with you." So, Bella flew gently alongside Lulu. She showed her how to catch the wind and glide, how to go a little higher each time. With Bella by her side, Lulu felt braver than ever before. Soon, she was flying higher than she had ever dared, laughing as she saw the meadow from a whole new view. Milo, watching from below, felt a surge of inspiration. He decided he was going to build the most amazing, cozy mouse house the meadow had ever seen. Bella's dream had helped him find a new dream of his own. From that day on, something magical happened in the meadow. Inspired by Bella, every creature started to share their dreams. The bees dreamed of making the sweetest honey, the ants dreamed of building the tallest anthill, and the frogs dreamed of singing the most beautiful nighttime songs. Everyone encouraged and helped one another. The meadow was no longer just a sunny field of flowers. It became known as the Garden of Dreams. It was a place where every little creature, big or small, learned that with a little bit of patience, a big dose of hope, and a heart full of belief, anything is possible. And Bella, the beautiful butterfly who started it all, would spend her days fluttering from flower to flower, spreading joy and reminding everyone that even the smallest dream can grow into something truly beautiful.